What's up, guys? Joe Smith here. Joe Smith's been underneath the truck doing undercoating, and when sprayed some fresh paint on the traction bars and brake drums. Painting the front brake calipers and the axle there still, and maybe do some exhaust paint on the exhaust there just to make it look a little nicer. But Joe Smith had a bit of a rant video. Joe Smith saw the flat rate master, which pretty decent guy, usually has some good stuff to say. But flat rate master did a video a couple days ago entitled "Out of Touch Employers," and Joe Smith's been on both sides, and I thought some of the stuff flat rate master said was a bit ridiculous, and kind of Joe Smith left some comments there, chewing him out a bit. But Joe Smith thinks, although that may be an issue in some circumstances, Joe Smith thinks that after being on both sides of the coin or the fence or whatever, Joe Smith thinks that the biggest problem nowadays is out-of-touch employees that have ridiculous expectations, don't realize what it takes to run a business, don't realize how unskilled they actually are, how worthless most of them actually are, yet they're so stupid and ignorant they don't even realize how stupid they actually are, and they think they're worth so much money because I guess they got a few participation trophies when they're growing up, and their mommy said that they were the most specialist little boy ever. So now they think as soon as they drop out of the 9th grade, they should be able to start out at $150,000 a year, and they should have a fancy office building. If the company can't provide them, the company can't buy a big fancy office building, then it must not be a legit company. It must be some scam company. It's like, well, some companies don't need big office buildings. They don't have much for offices. Joe Smith knows a ton of companies around here where the mower shop is at, that operate from their homes or what used to be their homes. There's a big construction company, there's a asphalt and paving company, there's the area's biggest solar company. There's 2 cabinet shops, there's marine upholstery, there's a hair salon, one of the neighbors' houses here, wine vineyard, all sorts of businesses, and several others on top of that, and various home service contractors around here too operate out of their homes. They don't need big office space. They have nowadays phone apps, computer programs, everything's automated. Like here at the mower shop, Joe Smith uses that Square app on the cell phone and can swipe and charge credit cards right here on Joe Smith's cell phone or on the computer in the shop. And Brian with the landscape business, all their customers and mowing customers, and house cleaning customers and their other work that they do, they got them set up on automatic weekly credit card billing with this computer program. So everyone gets their jobs on their cell phone app, and everyone goes from their home to the job site every day, and or the various job sites if they have like a cleaning route or mowing route or whatever, and they have their own truck, they have their own tools or supplies or equipment, and when they get done, they go back home, and as they mark them complete and take pictures on the phone app, it marks it complete and automatically creates an invoice and automatically charges a credit card in the office on the program, and it's web-based, internet-based, or I guess cloud-based, the kids call it nowadays, where it's up in the clouds, and so you can get on this program from your cell phone or tablet or any computer in the world and just go to their website and log in and access all your information and click a couple buttons to send the jobs out to everyone locally or nationwide even. Brian was showing it off, Joe Smith here, when Brian first got it, and he was like, look, click this checkbox to select all that's on the schedule list, and click the dispatch button, and it's like people in 4 states just got jobs to their cell phone. And then he said that as they complete them, then it automatically creates the invoice and automatically bills the credit card, automatically sends out a receipt. And so it's like 5 minutes of office work for one person that they can do on their cell phone. So why do you need a $10 million office building? Joe Smith thinks that, or agrees with Brian, and Brian said he'd rather pay the people more money that are doing the work. So it's like these people that are applying and then they're going to work from home, they're complaining, well, your office isn't big enough or fancy enough for me to work for you. It's like, you're never going to be in it. You're going to go from your house to someone else's house, clean their house, and go home. Or you're going to go from your house to someone else's house and trim some bushes, and then go on to someone else's house and trim some more bushes, and then go on to someone else's house and pull some weeds or spread some mulch or whatever you gotta do, and then you're going to go back home. The checks are direct deposited, or mailed, so it's like they never come to the office. And in fact, all the paperwork, contract, and that can all be done over the computer or email or mailed. So they literally never come to the office. And all the office work can be done from cab of truck on a cell phone in a few minutes a day, other than taking calls from customers. So why spend $5,000 a month leasing a big building, or $10,000 a month leasing a big building that's just going to sit empty and no one's ever going to use? Oh, work for us. We got a big, fancy, pretty building, stay empty, somewhere across town. And we'll pay you, and we have to pay you minimum wage now, too, because we got to pay for that building that nobody uses. Ridiculous. Why not say, well, we've mobilized and automated all our office work and made it to where everyone can work from home. So we can pay you $30 an hour now starting out, and pay people $40 and $50 and $60 an hour now. But these local Democrats, or ignorants, or whatever they are, just don't get it. They don't understand. They think it's all about the big building. big fancy building or that. They're like, well, when the customer wants to hire you to mow their yard, they're going to drive around town, and no, they're not. They're getting a cell phone app, or they're Googling you on their cell phone, and they're emailing you or calling you. Nobody ever comes to the shop here except for the repair customers that bring their mowers here for Joe Smith to fix. So it's like nobody cares. They're more interested in, the customers are more interested in how nice of a job you do, or how nicely you're dressed when you're there working. If you're wearing a company shirt, or if you're driving a clean truck with stickers or a sign on it. That's what the customers care about. And these same employees, Brian and me have to keep getting on to them because they're just got all sorts of cans and bottles and half-eaten cheeseburgers and that piled up in their work truck. So whenever they open the door and get out, all this trash falls out. It's like, you're worried about company image and company having a big office building to make the company look good so customers want to hire you, and then you're driving around in a muddy, dirty truck, took the company magnets off and threw them in the bed for some reason. You got trash falling out on the customer's driveway when you get out. You're not even wearing your company shirt. You're wearing some tank top or shirt, t-shirt that you ripped the sleeves off of. And you're out working with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth, or carrying a bottle around that you're spitting into while you're talking to the customers. And then you're worried about the company having a big, pretty office building. I mean, you need to worry about yourself first. Get rid of the cigarettes and the spit crap. Customers aren't into that. That's disgusting. They think that's stupid. They don't want that in their yard. You're there to clean up their place, not throw cigarette butts and trash in their yard. Get your truck cleaned up, wash it, and get the magnets back on. Wear your company shirts if you care so much about company image, so you can make more money, have nicer jobs. Show up on time, too. Worry about office building, but then they don't even... They're tell the customer they'll meet at 10 a.m. and then 10:20 the customer's calling up saying nobody's showed up yet. At 10:20 and they're supposed to be in there at 10, that means they're 30 minutes late. You get there, if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late. And like Flat Rate Masters saying, like, well, if you want to attract good employees, you got to offer them good money. It's like, well, they got to be worth the money, though, too. You got to be able to do the job. Prove it. Prove they can do the job. Then they can get a raise. Prove they can show up on time. Prove they can keep their truck clean, or their workspace clean, or whatever. Instead of leaving tools lay all over the place in the shop. If they work in a shop or whatever they're doing. And it's like, furthermore, there's only so much you can pay them. I mean, you can't just charge ridiculous rates. You can't just tell the customer, well, we got to charge, we're increasing our shop rates to $3,000 an hour. So that way we can pay this 19-year-old kid that just started the $500 an hour he thinks he's worth. you're in business, you got to deal with competition. There's other shops there. You can charge, maybe if you're super good shop and got good employees and get stuff done on time and don't get complaints, then you can probably get away with charging a little bit more than other companies. But there's only so much you can charge, or else customers go somewhere else. So it's like, would you rather get $5 an hour more but be sit home with no work because you have no customers? Or would you rather sell for a little bit less money for the time being and have all the work and hours you want? Employees are so out of touch, they don't realize what it takes to run a business. Like Justin Dow was saying, it's like, well, you got all the insurance and OSHA, work comp, and advertising costs, and building maintenance or equipment maintenance, payroll taxes, and Social Security, and unemployment, and employee scams where they try and fake an injury, or when you're an employee, you gotta look at the other way. So looking at like, well, your employee, this guy has to make it worthwhile for me to be here. It's like, well, at the same time, you got to make it worthwhile for him to be here. If the boss can't make money, the boss is your sales and office employee. Look at it that way. When you go work at a shop or construction company or landscape company or wherever, look at it instead of like you're the employee and this other guy or woman is the boss. Look at it as like, well, they're your salesperson. They're your office staff. They're relying on you to make money and generate money for them so they can pay their bills. They can't make enough money selling and gain jobs for you or gain customers for you who work on that, if it's cars or other jobs to do, whatever type of work it is. If they can't make money lining up customers for you, then they're going to quit you. They're going to let you go and they're going to find someone else to do sales for. Or they'll just close the business down and go be someone else's employee. So instead of just worrying about them making it worthwhile you be there, it's like, well, they got bills to pay too. They got kids to feed too. They need money too. In fact, they got more expenses than you. So they need more money than you. So if they're going to make less than you, then it's not worth the hit for them to be doing sales and getting you jobs. So think of it that way. When you're an employee, or you gotta do your part too for the company and make it worthwhile for the boss or the owner to be there helping you. And if you don't like it, if you think they're getting too big of a cut on the job, Go start your own business. Find out what the expenses actually are. Go hire your own employees and pay them what you think employees should be paid. Joe Smith's still waiting for AOC and Bernie to go open up a shop or a restaurant or a grocery store or their own McDonald's franchise or whatever, and pay their employees $30 an hour. Let's see how it works for them. Of course they won't do it. Because they know they wouldn't make any money. It wouldn't be worthwhile for them. It'd be a waste of their time. They'd be working for free. So that's kind of Joe Smith's rant here for the night about out-of-touch employees. Don't realize how the world actually operates. Guarantee you, if they go and start their own business, they'll find out the hard way. They'll find out how it really does work. Well, why can't I get paid $1 an hour more? It's like, well, because your boss just got hit by a $30,000 fine from the government or something. Because one of the other employees did something that they weren't supposed to have done. Money's got to come from somewhere. You don't want to work for free. Well, they don't either. The boss don't want to work for free either. And why should the boss work for free? Because the employee screwed up. So everyone just gets paid less as an insurance policy, like car insurance. So Joe Smith's advice to employees when you're at work: think about it. Think about you being the owner. Pretend or imagine you're the owner, you're the boss, and the boss is your sales guy. Are you making it worthwhile for them to have you there? And then that's how you get promoted and earn raises and advance your career. And if you don't like it, go start your own business. Can't wait to see Flat Rate Master start his own business and provide this big fancy shop building that he talks about to his employees. Well, he pays all his employees twice as much as what they're getting paid now. Joe Smith signing out.